Episode 6 of Our Unwritten Seoul begins with Mi-ji's confession that she likes Hosu. Of course, he's still under the impression that this is Mi-rae. However, her drunken antics come back to bite her in the morning when she realises her memory has big gaps and she wakes up at Hosu's place. Although she tries to explain herself, apparently Hosu has already sorted things out, which only causes her to spiral even more. Mi-ji shows up at work late, where Tae has already got her some hangover cure medicine. It's a nice gesture though, especially after their chat at the bar the previous night. When Mi-ji leaves, Hosu finds himself pursued by Ji-young, who brings him out to a restaurant. She continues to snap photos of him and tries to make future plans, but he's very clearly not interested in her romantically. Still, that doesn't stop Ji-young, who even tells Mi-ji, as Mi-rae, that she's got dibs on him. Before all of this though, the director brings Mi-ji along for the landowner meeting with Kyung-min. The idiot manager fumbles his words and struggles to hold his own. Mi-ji though effortlessly steps up and usurps her manager, leaving him with egg on his face. Given how hard she worked on the project, and despite Kyung-min chewing her out for not doing a particularly good job, all of this has helped her shine in the meeting. The misunderstanding trope continues here though after work, when Ji-young stops by with Hosu to drop off her bag. Mi-ji is still mulling over what happened the night before, but through flashbacks we see that it's a simple case of her falling asleep on his shoulder and him taking her back to his place. There is slightly more to it, but we'll wait until the end of the episode before we get to that. For now though, over with Mi-rae, she decides to hang in bed after quitting her job at the strawberry farm. Everybody is noticing her downcast behaviour, and both her mother and Kyung-gyu struggle to get through to her. Mi-rae is shying away from the rumours about Sejin and her dating him, which is partly why she's quit. She's also worried and feeling anxious, which is something she relays to Mi-ji later on when they talk on the phone. In fact, Mi-rae wants to switch back the next week, which catches Mi-ji off guard. Some of this stems from her work project with the returning Park heading back to the office. Now, it would appear something has happened between them, and we do know that they're going to be sharing this project together, but we don't know the full extent of her ties with them. Instead, Mi-ji is thrown into the fire when Lee Chung-gu arrives wanting to discuss Rosa and the HQ project. He hands over a confidential file to her, explaining how they're building an LRT station at the new HQ site. This is a big project, but she's sworn to secrecy here, which only makes things more awkward, especially with the switchback occurring soon and her own moral compass swaying towards telling Rosa the truth. Her inner turmoil is only made worse when she finds out Hosu and Ji-young are going to the wedding that weekend together. Sung-hun rings and suggests they go too, and she reluctantly agrees. Hosu rings though and asks to meet, given he's found her watch that she left at his the previous night. As they sit and talk, Mi-ji discusses the dilemma regarding Rosa's building and the confidential planning looking to take place. Hosu encourages her to drop it when she brings it up, reiterating that she could get in massive trouble and she needs to keep her mouth shut. At work, Mi-ji is awkward, and even more so when she believes Rosa might be keeping secrets too about her university days. For now, she plays dumb with Chung-gu, but this is definitely going to come up in the episodes ahead. Speaking of secrets, the wedding goes ahead and all the guests attend, but there's a problem. Not only has Mi-ji been invited, but so too has Mi-rae, and it's here where secrets are revealed. On their way, Kyung-gu kidnaps Mi-rae to get her to tag along, but he mentions how he's got them a hotel room together. Now Mi-rae is livid and points out their boundaries and how it's not right. Of course, Mi-rae is unaware that Kyung-gu is gay, which spills out in dramatic fashion. Not only has Mi-ji known about Kyung-gu's sexuality, but so too has Hosu. Now back in school, Sung-hyun convinced Kyung-gu to give a public confession about his feelings to Mi-ji, but Hosu told him not to. Kyung-gu didn't listen, and instead, Sung-hyun recorded the whole thing so he could make fun of him and get a kick out of the snub's proposal. Hosu, ever the loyal man, beat Sung-hyun down in the classroom. Back at the wedding, Sung-hyun talks smack about Kyung-gu and Mi-ji at the table, eventually leading to our titular character leaving the wedding and ringing Hosu. Funnily enough, when Ji-young tries to stop him, bringing up how the twins have switched, he shrugs it off and tells her he already knows. It turns out that drunken night at his place, Mi-ji answered Hosu with her own name, which explains why he's figured it out. Mi-ji has always liked him and his foolish side, and it's taken until now to figure that out. While they head home together, Mi-rae goes back to the strawberry farm, where Sejin is struggling in the rain. We heard about the bad weather earlier in the episode, and she encourages him to head inside with her. He warns that them staying the night together is only going to fuel the rumours between them, but Mi-rae admits this is the only place for her that feels real, at least to her. Seijin admits he likes the rumours about them dating, which is as good as a love confession, I guess. As they stare at one another, episode 6 of Our Unwritten Seoul comes to an end. So this week's double bill comes to a close with a movement on both Mi-rae and Mi-ji's romantic endeavours. The swapping lives has been eye-opening for them both, better understanding what the other twin has been through and how difficult their lives actually are. The toxic work situation that Mi-ji has been thrown into looks like it could get a whole lot worse though, with this Park character returning, while Mi-rae has felt a bit directionless until she's met Seijin. The idea of healing, growing and learning by switching lives with someone whom you believe has it better than you, and then eating humble pie when you realise their life is just as hard, is nicely realised in this Netflix series and one of the stronger components of this show. The twins have been misunderstood their entire life, and the fact that their own mother can't tell them apart but their grandmother can, from one single look at both Mi-ji and Mi-rae, speaks volumes about the familial makeup here. Park Bo-young definitely deserves a lot of credit here too, because even without the hairstyle differences, the way she plays both Mi-ji and Mi-rae is instantly recognisable and distinguishable. She's really good at channeling that inner turmoil, something that we've seen in previous dramas that she's been in, including Daily Dose of Sunshine. Even so though, this is definitely shaping up to be one of the stronger dramas this year, and the chemistry between the two separate love interests is certainly palpable. All in all, roll on the next episode. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.